Hey guys, Will, just in time prepping. Hey, I'm getting ready to start another leather project. While I'm waiting on some orders to come in, I gotta keep going so I get used to doing this. What we're gonna do today is start part one of making a sheath for the little axe that we reviewed the other day. So how you start doing that is you actually start by making a picture, an outline of what you're going to be doing. Here's the outline I've got made here. And then after you do this part here, you go back with your pen, and what I have here is a small engineer's ruler here. So what I'm going to do with it is I'm going to go off of the lines here. Let me hold this up here. I'm going to be going off of the lines here, and I'm going to come off all the way around 1/4 of an inch, and that'll give me my area that I need to be either putting rivets in or perhaps a stitching, whatever, something like that. And so it just gives you a big enough area to start with so that you can lay it out onto the leather and start etching it in there so you can cut it out. Okay, so just bear with me while I do this. You'll be seeing me moving this ruler around is because what I'm doing is I'm making lines on the paper so I can outline the original outline of the axe, tomahawk, whatever you want to call it, and it allows me to have way enough space to there, maybe one more up here, make sure I got enough space here. So I'll just kind of be babbling along here for you guys, and then that will give me the way I can show you how we're going to be doing this project. Like I said, this is just part one of making the tomahawk axe, or the shop axe, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to be drawing a bunch of lines on here. And it's going to give me my outside diameter, so I have enough leather to go around the whole project. So bear with me as I go along here and make this up. It will take some time to do because you have to line everything up pretty well perfectly. Have the ruler upside down here. Here we go. Right here. Pull it up a little bit right there. And right here. Right here. Right here. You always want to make sure that you have enough, because after you cut it off, there's no going back. You're stuck with what you have. That could be quite costly because leather does cost a lot of money. If your lines don't match up, like you can see that one line didn't match up right there where I marked out, that's okay. That's a plus for you. Just means you get a little more material there. So here we go this way. Now on these where these have radiuses on them, you can draw the straight line. Could draw the straight line and then just kind of round it out. It's your own personal preference, and you'll find that as you do more and more of the leather work, that it gets easier to freehand it in there. Like, I'm just gonna freehand mine right here because I'm just watching. It's more like a dot to dot thing. If you notice, you kind of get kind of good at it. So you can see how I'm doing this. I'm getting an outline, a bigger outline than what I started with. But I'm making sure that when I cut the leather, I will have more than enough. So here's another one right here. Let's see. Yeah, right there, 1/4 of an inch. Right there. There, 1/4 of an inch right there. There, 1/4 of an inch right there. Here. Okay. Something like that. We're gonna freehand this around. Make sure I have enough feather. There we go. I'll fix this later. Okay, we're about there. And I'm going to try to keep the tutorials about 15 minutes. So, go right here. 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 And right here. Let's do one more just to be safe. And right there. So you can come around like this. Something like that. And then that curve right here. I don't know if you can see that right there where I'm pointing, but I have a tool that I can make that rounded with more round with. Special tool right here. You just pick the one that you really need. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna be this one right here. Yep. And you see it's round, so what I'm gonna do is just place it on here and make an arc with it, so that I have this rounded piece same as this one right here. Yeah, something like that. We're closer to getting it right here. Okay, so it'll be something like this right here. That one goes like that. Sometimes it doesn't cooperate either. And then this side here will go like this. Or something like that. So these here won't count. Jiggle those out. That's how I did it, so don't get confused. So now you see I have a rounded corner there. In case you had ever wondered how people get those done. They have special little dies, and you can use bottle caps or whatever, depending on whatever you have, to make the size one that you need. Okay, so we got that done. Close that up before I get in trouble with it. And get it out of the way. Okay. So this is the basic outline of what it has to look like when you're all done cutting it out. Not the inner one, but the outer one, and that leaves room for rivets, stitching, blah blah blah. So what I'm going to do here is this line right here. See this line right here? I'm going to make sure that that line is an intermittent line. So I'm just going to make like a dot, you know, because that line really won't be there. See, I dotted it. That makes it kind of invisible. So then you'll see that you'll have the sheath. I'm going to turn it where you can see it here. You'll take the hatchet and you'll just slide it in here. And then I wanted to add this in right here while I was here so that it would be a visual for you guys. Something like that. I'm going to put right there. I'm going to put an outline in there right there. And then right there where that hole is, that is where I'm going to put a snap. And that will be a way for it to keep the darn thing closed so it's not falling out on your foot all the time. So that's about where we're at now. We're on the design part. So that's the outline of it, and this is why people have to charge so much for their leather work. Is it takes time. You have to lay it out in stages, just like you do anything else. The first stage is your drawing to make sure that it's gonna look the way that you want it as a. Here, let me get this up here, because I'm gonna stop it right here for the design part. If I get it stopped. Whoa, I said. It's not wanting to work. Let me get something under it. There. You can see me on anyway. I'm going to be telling you this about 15-minute sections, okay? And that's the reason you have to draw it out first. Then you have to lay it out on your leather, and then you have to very carefully cut it out along there. Then you have to make sure that you're always got your whatever you're doing, like a knife or a axe or telephone or tablet, whatever you're making the covering for, that you can always go back and use it as a piece to sit in there to make sure that everything's lining up correctly. So this is going to be part one of, I would say, maybe 4 parts. I'm going to say basically 4 parts for this series. And then we'll have it all finished up, and hopefully my other stuff will be here so I can start doing stuff that actually gives me some of this here, you know. So that's all I'm going to do for part 1. I want you guys to know I really appreciate you following me on my leather channel as well. And I'm going to be posting my videos onto my leather channel, but I will be letting everybody know at my original channel that there's going to be new stuff over there to watch. We'll figure it all out anyway, and this is going to be part 1 of the axe sheath. So that's going to be the name of it. I hope you got something out of the first part. It's just laying it out, and then we'll go from there. Thanks for watching. And you guys know I love you. I couldn't be doing any of this stuff without you. And it's always, God bless you, God bless me, God bless US of A. Till the next part, we'll see ya. Hey guys, before I let you go for sure, I just got off the phone with the guy that makes the knives that I do the sheaths for. So I thought I would just share with you sort of what we talked about. So as we slowly get out of this video, I'll just show you a few of the knives I'll be doing sheaths for. Most of them are bush crafting knives and stuff like that. So if you should have an interest in maybe having a bushcraft knife with a nice leather sheath on it, feel free to message me or something like that, and we can get together and see what we can come together with. Other than that, just enjoy these last few slides I'm going to put in here for this video. And thanks a lot for being my subscribers, man. You guys are awesome.